How's it going, Pisces? Robin here. Welcome to my channel, AriesFireTarot. I have the Starman tarot card deck in my hands, and I'm going to use this for the mid-month reading for August 2021. So I'll just start shuffling and explain this reading that I'm going to do for you guys. I use the same format for every mid-month reading. So I got this Starman tarot card deck a little while ago, and it was inspired by David Bowie, and he collaborated on the artwork. So the artwork is pretty amazing, pretty fantastic in this deck. And the companion book came with a few spreads. So I always use the Starguide spread. And the readings are usually pretty cool. They're usually pretty interesting. So I hope you guys enjoy this reading for Pisces in Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Keep in mind, it's a general reading. I take a couple of private clients every week, you guys. So if you're interested in a private reading, you can email me at ariesfiretarot@gmail.com. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoy. And remember to like, share, and subscribe, you guys. It really does help me out on the channel. So I feel like I'm just going to do a little bit of a shuffle here, and then we'll get into your reading. And the first card is going to have a look at your present situation that is either available right now, or it could be coming into you soon. Good grief. I had a little, what I like to call card avalanche there. So let's have a deck cut here. So we do have the Chariot card. So I'm just going to write something down for your video title. Hold on. So if you look at the artwork for this Chariot card, you can see it is an extreme activation of forward moving energy, almost like escaping the depths of something very dark and fiery. So if you guys have been going through some sort of uncomfortable situation, you weren't having the best time, you were being extremely challenged, you do have the Chariot coming in to sort of change the vibe for you guys, okay? So if you're in a slump right now, not feeling that great, just feeling low and like the world is against you to some certain degree, the Chariot is coming in to show everybody who's boss right now, okay? So, and that's going to be you, Pisces. I love this energy for you. That's a very, like a lot of the Chariot cards, they're very sort of soft and dreamy, or they're motionless, they're sort of parked or whatever. But this one is like total beast mode, okay? This is like really, what's that phrase? Taking the bull by the horns, right? And just taking control of a situation. And I love that for you guys. So what we're going to do is pull a card for the next card placement. And it is asking if there's any cause of conflict in your life right now. So we'll have a look at that. So we have the High Priestess. So this is very interesting because you guys, this card represents a couple of different things. So the first thing it represents is new opportunities coming to you. It represents your very extreme in touch with the spiritual realm, your intuition, just being able to go with the flow. So that's a really strange combination to have being at odds here. So like what about this is bothering you? I'm getting words like maybe there's things that are going on around you right now that you didn't quite possibly believe in, like you could be awakening to some sort of like empathic or magical type of, people call it a power, but it's not really a power, it's an ability, and it could be just waking up right now. So I see some of you actually being able to finish other people's sentences before they even complete them, or having very like deja vu like experiences, or maybe dreaming about things before they happen, and then you're like, what is happening here right now? So you could be sort of fighting that. It could be freaking you out a little bit. So the High Priestess really wants you to go with the flow a little bit more. You see, she's surfing on something, right? And everything is green and beautiful. There's a different radio frequency available here too. So you guys are able to tap into things It might really help you out if you look at the abilities of an empath. Just go onto Google or whatever and empath abilities, and then look at them and see if this stuff is happening for you, because you could be fighting it because it's freaking you out, you know? Like there's abilities for people that really resonate with animals. Like they say that some people talk to animals, or you feel other people's emotions. So what we were seeing here with the Chariot card is, if you guys are coming from a very dark place, once you come out of that, there is a new you revealed. You know, you could, like, your dealy bobbers could be just really picking up on what is going on around you. And it's not always fun, you know. You could be picking up on people's negative energy a lot more than you ever did before. Being able to read people's thoughts and just sort of seeing things in advance. So that is some sort of an awakening that is going on for you guys. And it could actually, just the shock of it could stop your development a little bit. So instead of being afraid of it, you know, I would really do a dive into it. You know, what does an awakening really entail? You know, what happens at the end of a dark night of the soul? You know, why am I able to pick up on people's emotions? Like, really check into stuff like that, you guys. It can happen for people that are starseeds and empaths. I'm getting like in ages where you've got a 2 and a 7 in it. Okay, so if you have a birthday that either has a 2 or a 7 in it, like your age, like if you turn 27 or 72 or 32 or, you know, something like that, I see that could particularly be happening for you guys. And that kind of makes sense as well. So maybe check, like make a little list and see why this stuff is happening to you, okay? Because there is an explanation for it. And instead of embracing the power of it, you guys could really be going the other way and freaking out and stopping your forward motion. I'm not going to take that card. So let's have a card that is going to represent a change that you guys can implement to face your challenge. Okay, so this is your future, you guys. So you probably want to get used to it. Okay, so I pulled the 7 of Pentacles. And this is saying to embrace your future, okay? So this is really planting seeds for your future. You know, instead of allowing yourself to be overwhelmed with that High Priestess card that we saw in this massive surge of forward motion and energy with the Chariot card, how can you use that for your future without being afraid of it? Sorry, you guys are really going to have to start understanding that this ability is surfacing for you right now for a reason. I'm just going to take a sip of water here, guys. Hold on. Like, this is actually a divine activation, okay? It's not a superpower. It's just something that you weren't ready for. And now it's coming in and you're like, well, what is that? I don't know how to handle it. But the 7 of Pentacles is saying, well, take all of this, whatever it is, and start planting your seeds for the future. Imagine if you can use these abilities, these sensitivities towards opportunities, you know, and what people to have in your life, what people to surround yourself with, you know. If you can sense the difference between sort of a good person and a not so great person, you'll be able to select your friend group a little bit better. You'll also be able to start picking up on which opportunities are valid and which ones may be a little bit shady. So this is actually a massive gift for you guys. So you might have to do a little bit of adapting towards it, but that's okay. You know, you have time. You can just watch a few YouTube videos or do a web crawl or whatever it is that, however you learn the best. But I would start for you guys with empath abilities, and then checking which ones that you have and how you can use them for your future, because you can really start to plant an abundant garden right now for your future. So maybe check that out. I'm going to pull a card to represent your strengths here, you guys. And this is just an amazing card. This is the King of Wands. And the King of Wands is this really highly action-oriented person. You guys could also have a fire sign coming in to help you. That is an Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. I am an Aries, you guys, just in case. So he is at the top of his game because he took everything as an opportunity. Very like, oh, what can I do with that? You know, that's really interesting. That's new. You know, he could have started off as an empath and then learned to understand that I can use this to my highest advantage. And now he's wearing the crown. Okay, so this is your strength right now. Turning any sort of weird anomaly, deja vu, intuition, empath abilities, and build your empire. Okay, so this is a really pivotal moment in time for you guys. And stuff like this can be scary, you know. For me, I've always been able to see really strange things and communicate with, you know, the other side of the veil. I've been spoken directly to by angels, you know. I'm an empath, so I have all these abilities, you know, and it can actually have a physical effect on your body. So that might be the most difficult and challenging things for you guys to come to terms with, because you can feel sick to your stomach. You can get a headache, but learning how to manage all of that stuff so it doesn't affect you anymore, so you can actually use this all to your highest good, like the King of Fire does. So let's pull a card here for your outcome, Pisces. So just one more card here for you guys. So this is the Seven of Swords. So this is actually saying, take what works for you and leave the rest behind, okay? So there's two swords being left here. There is something being shattered. It could be an illusion of how the world operates, because once you have these abilities, you're like, it's kind of like the Matrix, you know? If you ever watch that movie, The Matrix, and things are just not what they seem, that's what things are going to be like for you guys. They're going to change. The way that you see things, I'm struggling for the words here. The way that you used to see things is going to pivot. So you're going to see sort of the curtain come up, like that Wizard of Oz moment, and go, oh, there's machinations behind all of that, but I still need to keep moving forward. So I'm going to have to leave a little piece of me that isn't working for me anymore and really adapt into this, like metamorphosize into this creature of intuition and ability where I can see the future a little bit better. I really see that you guys might need to do a little bit of work, especially if you resonate with one or more empath abilities or sensitivities. Like really check stuff like that out, you guys, because this is going to play huge into your future, and you're probably going to have to leave a little bit behind for you. And this is stuff like believing in the illusion. Okay, so check out The Matrix. It's a documentary, not a movie. So Pisces, love and light. Take care. Bye.